observation when in fair times or good times. Realize that there's normal operation in your business. This normal operation doesn't mean that there's no problems and everything is going to plan, because nothing in the universe is there are no problems and everything is going to plan. There's some nonsense in just the nature of life. So it makes it entertaining. Do you see? One can appreciate this because it keeps you away from boredom. Boredom will kill you very quickly as well. Idleness, boredom, stillness. Yeah? So some of the turbulence is what keeps you alive. Some of the strain is what keeps you alive. Your body becomes more alive the more pressure you put on it, usually. Right? Of course, there's an upper bound, and things must be thought of, you know, in terms of relativity. However, realize that when you exercise, you're pressurizing your body, and therefore it is becoming more survivable from the pressure. The overall point I'm putting across today, or I'd like to put across, is you need to, in these times where things are somewhat going up, somewhat progressing, and you can see that the trend is slightly up. It doesn't need to be phenomenal in order for everything to be progressing. All you need is up. Up is up. So when things are going somewhat up, the idea is you observe for what makes it go more up, do more of that. You observe for what makes it go down, do less of that. And this is a simple thing, but realize that the sharpness of up will go up higher if you do more things that make up. And also if you reduce the things that make it go down. This being your production unit, whatever it is, the thing that you're counting. Always count something, by the way. You need to know how your business is doing, not by something in the air, not by your feelings, not by what people tell you or opinions or something like that. Those things are too difficult to measure. What you need to use is statistics. So the idea is measure and observe. When things are going up, you need to have a different behavior than when things are going down. So when things are going slightly up, you observe and you try to make the curve of up on your graph into a sharp up. And what you do in order to have that is a slight polish of what is already occurring, what is already going on. And the things that might prevent you from being able to observe are your humanity in itself, in that a human is somewhat emotional, and we are taught in life to sort of follow our feelings, follow our guts, right? And here's the idea. Your gut is not a statistic. You can be doing well and feeling bad in your gut, yeah? You can also be feeling good in your gut and not be doing well. You need to separate the universe from you, because there's this reality, and then there's something in your head, which is your perception of reality, or dare I say, your imagination, your mock-up of reality. These are two separate things. Keep them separate, because you're trying to succeed in this, the material world, when it comes to business. You're not trying to succeed in the spiritual world. You better go to India for that. You better go to church. But yeah, you need to separate spirituality from physicality and material. Measure something. Yes, so then also realize that not measuring will also stop you from being able to use any degree of technique when it comes to statistics, their interpretation and responses to them. Not knowing battle strategy, right? Not knowing these things is the difference between someone who can absorb the habits, the techniques, the things that have been left by people of prior generations for us, because realize there's hundreds and hundreds of books accessible to you, which tell you to deal with all the situations that will ever come up in your life. Realize that you won't be able to use it if you can't see where you are. You can use a map, but only when you have a location. So realize that not having your location in statistics solidly, right? And a location is always a latitude and a longitude. You know what I'm talking about. There's a number to a location. So you need to have a number to your statistics so that you know where you are, and you can therefore use maps. Separately, it's a discipline point to perpetually record your statistic. Yeah, I know that, okay, things are improving since last year because I'm recording my statistic of income, so on and so forth, and the general trend is going up. So you need to know the general trend of your statistics. If generally it's going down, whatever the statistic is, whatever your realm is, if it's making money, if it's laying bricks, if it is digging ditches, you need to observe your main statistic, what you produce. And should it be perpetually going down, realize that you have either a discipline problem or you're in a wrong enough industry that you could not ever survive in it. Now, this second one is very unlikely. You're probably in a correct industry, and you probably just need to not watch movies as much, yeah? Not hang out with your spouse as much. It might be that simple. Yeah? In fact, very often it is. It's just difficult, but you know what? You're not my friend so that I can tell you easy things. In fact, like people who want easy things, somehow it's super difficult for them to be my friend. But I digress. It's a discipline point, more than likely. So the idea is to improve your discipline in your realm when your statistic is trending down. And when it's trending up, good, more of the same. Don't massively change when things are going well, damn it, accept it. Do not have an overwhelming urge to only have an affluence and everything is going up, right? This is an emotional urge. Observe the universe. There's constancies to the universe, yeah? And somehow it is a dreamlike wish to only wish to have things go perpetually up and massively and, be a massive success overnight. That's not how it's going to happen. Even any overnight success really had some 17 years of Elon had whatever years of some nonsense happening in South Africa before we could have the situation that we're in today. So understand that you need to observe your statistic. When your statistic is slightly going up, you need to have a polishing action, a refining action, something to make things go up even sharper, and to take away the things that make it go down. And I'll tell you what, without luck, you'll reach an affluent state, and should you maintain good discipline, then without luck you will reach power. And that's the idea, that's the point of any video that I put out on my channel, yeah? I want to take out the luck element. I bully myself into the positions that I enter and into the life situations that I have. So I'm teaching you to bully the universe. Understand and apply.